Ah, yes. The 2x2 and the 3x3. The two most popular Rubik's Cubes ever. Um, though they are the most popular and the best, and my brands suck because they're both Rubik's brands, they're not really my favorite cubes to use. Obviously, I like the 2x2 more than I like the 3x3. But if you guys are unaware, if you guys have not seen the video yet, you would know that this thingy right here is actually my favorite cube. This is the 2x2x3. Now, looking at this thing side by side to the 3x3 and the 2x2, you would think, well, what the heck is this? Like, what is this, like a deformed version of this? Like, what is going on here? And yes, that's literally all it is. It's literally just raising it up by one like cube, I guess. One piece, basically. And it's actually easier to solve than this. And I like this more than I like this. And this type of cube is called a cuboid because it isn't a full cube like these guys are. It is like a slight alteration of a cube. Like, it is a slight alteration because it adds another layer here. So that is what that is. And cuboids are my favorite cubes. I like them better than these. And looking at this, it's like, okay, this is an alteration of the 2x2. What would an alteration of this guy be? And I finally have the answer here today. This, my friends, is... What? What is this? This is a 3x3x1, okay? Yes, they can go smaller. Yes, you can get a 2x2x1. They do exist. Or you can get a 3x3x2 if you really want it. But I just decided to grab this thing. So I got this for like $6 at my local Walmart. And it works very well for being a Rubik's brand. It works very well. So let's talk about this thing. So as you can see, it only has one layer, so every layer is exposed. So if you were to just turn this layer, it's like, yeah, it's like that. And a really cool thing that you can do with this is, obviously, you can move it just like this with this 3x3 layer here. But with this 1x1 layer, you can do some really cool things. You can turn a side halfways, and look, this is exposed, so this thing can spin. This is basically like you're turning a normal move 90 degrees. This is like if you're holding it like this, you're doing a U prime right here. And when you do that, it exposes these areas where there's two. Guess what? Bada bing, bada boom, you can actually move this as it only has two, which is really cool, which means that this thing does shapeshift. This is my very first, no, it is not my very first, but it's one of my first, it's my second ever shape-shifting puzzle. My very first was the Ghost Cube that I had a really long time ago that broke, and I never want a Ghost Cube ever again because of that. But this thing is much simpler, obviously. I'm kind of sick. But another cool move that you can do with this thing is... Jesus Christ. Is you can turn, like, the outer layers 90 degrees both at once, and guess what? You can turn these things so they are by themselves. So really, really, really cool right there. So, that means that there is a lot of possibility when it comes to scrambling this thing. So, let's just do a little scramble. I learned how to solve this thing within like 5 minutes of opening it up. It's very easy. You don't have to scramble it that much. But yeah, I guess I'm going to also go through a little guide on how to solve it. So, the first thing you want to do, really, is to look at this outer layer, this one layer, right here. And luckily, I have these two layers solved. And then all I have to do is move this middle layer. Easy peasy. Now, this is the easy part. As you can see, it looks pretty normal. This layer is solved, except these two pieces are out of line, but those are the right color. So these are in the correct spot. You just have to rotate them. So you would just do this, and boom. And since this is the opposite of that piece, you can turn this piece as well, and boom. You now have solved the 3x3x1, also known as the floppy cube. I have heard it called the floppy cube. I think that's what it originally was called, but then they just called it the 3x3x1. I'm not exactly sure what this exact Rubik's brand cube was called, but whatever. I'm just going to call it the 3x3x1 because that's what it is. And it's a cuboid, and I really like it. So, yep, that is all that this video is. Basically just doing a review of this cube. It's a very cool cube. It's $6 or like $7 at Walmart. It's very cool. So, yeah, see you all in the next video, which will probably be a Nerf review. And, yep, they're probably going to go up around the same time. So, look forward to that. So, I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.